This episode uses language that is on par for this channel, but deals with subject matter that some might take issue with. Viewer discretion is advised. Due to production delays, we accidentally made an Easter special.
Previously on Did I Get What I Paid For?
So, Bibleman?
Yep. Can you think of something funny to say here?
I'm not in the mood.
I've known Jess for more than 20 years. The only reason he would be like this is if...
He thought the sooner we got started, the sooner the pain would be over.
Nick, roll it. You want to take a break and pick up next time?
Well, I do have one wish left.
You should be warned. Rule 44 Q Addendum 12 says
that a winter elf may grant 3 wishes to the same person more than once, but there must be a 5-year waiting period. Yeah, I know. I'm not stupid.
Oh no. I know that look. What's your insane plan now?
Xylo? You have to run Matt here through 3 trials where for each one he completes, he gets a wish.
Okay. Your first challenge is find a way to turn your Flintstones record into an audio file. Challenge 2. You gotta be here when Jess finishes Bibleman. Challenge 3. You have to watch Jess's next double feature with him.
Hey, who? Met Ka Jajwam. I used to be a plain, ordinary film critic. But somehow, weird stuff started happening around me. I found a childhood toy who rules an underground kingdom from out of my basement. I got a weird AI friend living in my TV. I fought a giant straight out of a kid's storybook and met a magical winter elf. But right now, I'm being forced to complete a checklist of TV and movie genres so I can save all of existence with the power of snarky film commentary.
Okay, here is that flash drive with the Flintstones record on it. That's challenge number 1 accomplished. On to challenge number 2.
Whoa.
Oh, come on. What? No joke there?
No, and I'm not continuing Bibleman.
If you don't, the whole Time War thing will continue unabated and the universe might get destroyed.
What's the universe ever done for me, eh?
Given you a place to live?
I can always move to one of the other ones. If the universe didn't exist, where would you put all your comic books?
Or get you Yoo-Hoo and Ho-Ho's?
Good question. Fine, I'll do it. Under protest.
All right, back to Bibleman. What was going on?
Bibleman and Cypher had a training session interrupted by a totally straight Ziggy Stardust. He uses magic anger dust on Bibleman. Bibleman goes on a good Christian rampage and tells Cypher he will never be a real superhero.
Then this grandma calls. She says her tween is acting like a 12-year-old. Bibleman investigates and makes things much worse. Sort of like that time I taught lessons on hair care. And now our story continues.
They argue for what seems like 6 weeks. Both sides realize they're going nowhere. They give up and leave. Then we're off to the set of the Garbage Pail Kids movie, where Bulk and Skull are laughing because they made Bibleman look like an idiot.
You mean they made Bibleman look like Bibleman?
Yeah.
The whole thing is done in Dutch angles, but you can't tell if it was done on purpose or if they were just too lazy to fix it.
People who live in glass houses.
Shut up.
It's another classic villain moment. The big bad is having his "my brilliant plan is going brilliantly" moment. Ludacris says, I don't think so, boss. You're gonna think I'm making this up because El Furioso tells him to be El Quieto.
Now, I don't know Spanish, but I don't think that's right. I have a bigger question. If Lucy's AI programming makes her some sort of superior being, why is she hanging out with Lauren Boebert and Marjorie Taylor Greene?
I don't think most AIs have a say in the matter.
El Furioso complains that good henchmen are so hard to find.
Oh, life before Craigslist.
Bibleman and Cypher go back to the lair. They realize tonight's mission has been a bust. They disagree over who's to blame. Bibleman blames Cypher. Ever the obedient sidekick, he says, "Me? You yelled at him?" And I don't fucking believe it.
What?
They had the perfect opportunity to put a Bible verse in context, and they didn't.
Really? Which one?
Numbers 22 verses 28 to 30? You're an atheist, born and raised. How do you know a Bible verse? It's the Shrek crossover.
Wait, there's no Shrek crossover in the Bible.
Or let me pull up the library files here. Let's see. Numbers 22 verses 28 to 30.
Then the Lord opened the donkey's mouth, and it said to Balaam, "What have I done to you to make you beat me these 3 times? Balaam answered the donkey, "You have made me a fool. If I had only a sword in my hand, I would kill you right now." And the donkey said to Balaam, "Am I not your own donkey, which you have always ridden to this day? Have I not been in habit of doing this for you?" "No," he said.
Wow, I think Jess knows more about the Bible than this show does.
I'm a man of many talents. I have layers.
Unlike us, Bibleman and Cypher can't settle their argument like adults. Bibleman insists that, as management, he could never be at fault. Which is why when the bottom fell out of the evangelical superhero market, he gets promoted to Vice President of Marketing for Ubisoft.
Funny how Bibleman went psycho the instant he got zapped with magic. There's no way those two things are connected.
Bibleman looks at a photo of his old sidekick. It seems that Bibleman not only has his own Jason Todd, but he did it before Batman. It seems that the original Cypher died in Nam.
Bibleman orders an examination of the kid's baseball cap. Eunice uses multimodal reflection sorting and generates a bad CGI image of a speck of pollen. Bibleman grunts, "There has to be something more to this. If not, the episode would end right there."
It should have ended 20 minutes ago.
But the episode is only 30 minutes long.
And we have about 10 minutes left.
His next idea is to use the chemistry set he stole off the set of Beekman's World.
Next up, Bibleman's log. Start date 10-9-8-7.6. We continue by recapping the entire episode. No. This video does not deserve me doing my Shatner impression over some goddamn pointless padding. The only new information we get is that this magic dust causes anger and mood swings.
What causes that?
Starbucks?
No, that is what happens when you stop drinking at Starbucks.
Oh, right.
Anyway, Grandma calls back.
Wait, that's the grandma?
Yeah?
She's about 45. I'm not saying there's covert racism going on here, but you can't tell me if this were a white kid, his grandma wouldn't be played by Sharon Glass.
They go hiding in the bushes at the school's baseball field. I guess they thought that would be perfect camouflage for a guy in a big purple suit and a black guy wearing half a pair of Google glasses.
Maybe they thought the crowd would mistake Bibleman for the Grimace?
Nah, that's our next episode.
Wait, what?
Nothing.
Bibleman approaches Jordan. I can't tell if they're getting ready to rumble or rap battle. We don't get to find out because Cypher's Tiger R-Zone is telling him that the two of them have some sort of psychic infection from another dimension that is making him angry?
So this stuff comes from Utah?
The tag says, inexpensive shoot location, gratuitous fight scene, high noon. You'd think with the show making the jokes for us, we could stop. But I'd like to point something out. This is a superhero show. The fight scene is what we're watching for. So it is not gratuitous by definition. But having a fight scene in a show about anger is a bit counterproductive. In a good show, that would be okay. But this is so bad that it is pissing me off. Just smash!
Ludacris shows his bravery by bravely running away. Wait, he leaves the episode early? I thought he was supposed to be the stupid goon. Seems to me like he is the smartest one there.
Bibleman and Furioso have another lightsaber duel, but it's less when we last met I was but a learner. Now I am the master. And more, evil will always triumph over good because good is dumb. Bibleman gets his ass handed to him and Shredder's safety-conscious brother gets away.
Cypher turns on his visor. I didn't know they made green and yellow Virtual Boys. They follow him back to his lair. Hopefully the big climax is coming soon.
That's what she said. Our heroes argue about who should go into the lair first. Cypher says, I don't do sewers. Bibleman says, well, you know what they say? Sidekicks are expendable.
They look in on El Furioso revealing his big plan. He wants to be a drug dealer selling this anger dust. But somehow I don't think people would be willing to buy something that pisses them off.
I don't know. People still use Comcast.
Yeah, but if he wanted to make a quick buck, he could just sell bootleg Pokemon cards.
Bibleman goes down to face him. Furioso threatens to Rumba, and god damn it, it's no threat. They turn this into a musical? No. There have been too many compromises already. Too many retreats. They invade our space, and we fall back. They assimilate entire worlds, and we fall back. Not again. The line must be drawn here. This far, no farther. And I will make them pay for what they've done.
No, relax. It's just a cheesy Ricky Martin parody.
Yeah, Jess. What happened to turning your hearing aids off?
They go back to the lab to figure out how to stop the Gold Fury, but they keep getting distracted by the mic falling into the shot and repeating the phrase, which leads to complete and total chaos to get any work done. Then Bibleman, Cypher, and Eunice start asking each other why they keep repeating themselves, which only leads to complete and total chaos.
Which leads to complete and total chaos. Wait, why did I repeat what Matt just said?
Which leads to complete and total chaos. Wait, did I just repeat what Jess said?
Which only lead to complete and total.
Cut that out. It's not funny anymore.
Then El Furioso attempts to inventory his Gold Fury.
There were 87 Advil in the bottle, now there's 30 left. I ate 47, so what happened to the other 10?
I have a lot of questions. If this is so valuable, why do they store it in a bag? And if they can hack the electrical grid to power Lucy, why the fuck are they still using candles? And who put the bop in the bop shabop da bop and the bang in the bang shabang da bang?
And magnets. How the fuck do they work? Can you two stay on topic? I'd like to finish sometime this month. Anyway, El Furioso appeals to the kids for help. Look, I get it. You're obviously a community theater guy. I grew up backstage in that kind of environment. I've been to a lot of productions of Peter Pan in my day. This reminds me of that scene where you're supposed to clap for Tinkerbell, only if you do, she'll die horribly. And after all the work he put into getting the kids to sign on as his accomplices, he abandons that plan and leaves them on the hook for 15 to life.
The grandma calls back and says that Jordan has only gotten worse since they had their little talk. She makes it sound like he's on bath salts when really he's just 14. We get yet another armor sequence where he puts on the breastplate of righteousness, the eyeglasses of hypocrisy. Oh, but I see he left off the ball gag of courteousness.
He's evangelical. Only Bible girl has to wear that.
Oh, right.
Please tell me you're kidding.
Jordan is about to go Lizzie Borden on his family and Bibleman shows up. So he decides to take his rage out on Bibleman instead. Our hero says, "Hey, this doesn't have anything to do with me, so what's the deal? Is this related to your parents?" Jordan says, "Yeah. If everything you say is true, why would God do that?"
But then Bibleman says, God didn't do that, and...
Hold on a minute there. I'm not going to let you or Bibleman tiptoe around the problem of evil. It's an issue that Christianity really has to address before it can be considered a viable belief system. You see, the idea goes like this. Anything we would recognize as God would have to be omnipotent, omnibenevolent, and omniscient. But if that's the case, why would things like pain, suffering, disease, death, or trauma that can affect the entirety of our lives exist? Certainly, an all-loving being wouldn't allow it. If he can do something about it, but chooses not to, that leaves us with two disturbing possibilities. Either things like orphaned children, climate change, war, and mass relocations are good, which I'm pretty sure we can all agree aren't, or the omnipotent being who created them and sanctions their existence is not all good, in which case it's not God. If he can't do anything about it, well, then he's not omnipotent, and therefore not God. An omnipotent being could simply create a universe where such conditions are physically impossible. If he can't do that, he's not God. If you're saying he wouldn't know that human beings would find such experiences painful, then that's something he doesn't know. Therefore, he is not omniscient, and thus not God. Before you bring up free will and the apple and all that, the only person you're checkmating with that one is yourself. Because if God knows everything, then he knows exactly what human beings would do. So why in his own name would he make such a tree to begin with? An all-loving being wouldn't do that. Practically speaking, I find the idea of an entity that meets one or two requirements of a god to be slightly more probable. For example, an omnipotent, all-compassionate being who has no clue we exist. Sort of like the 10C from the 4th season of Star Trek Discovery. Or an omnipotent, all-knowing being who has zero fucks to give, like the Great Gazoo. Both of those ideas are still less probable than Neil Breen winning an Academy Award, but
Yeah, well, that's like your opinion, man.
is it really that much worse than theologians like St. Augustine, who are considered mainstream by most Christians? He believed that God was like the Sanford Neighborhood Watch Committee. He could commit evil for the greater good. The greater good.
While I agree to disagree, you're being almost as preachy as Bibleman.
He's dismissive of any idea that is not his own based on it not being his own. I gave the Christian argument a fair shake. I just pointed out what I felt were internal logical inconsistencies in the pillars on which the world belief system rests. Totally different.
Anyway, regardless, they track down El Furioso again. He reminds him of a quote from Ephesians. Shouldn't the bad guy be quoting from something more evil? Like Ayn Rand, or Anton LaVey, or Gary Gygax?
They should be doing less talking and more stabbing. Maybe they will. I mean, Ludacris does drop the bag of anger dust on Bibleman's head.
Yeah, and Rage the superhero during a fight. Great tactics there, bonehead.
El Furioso says, vengeance is yours, Bibleman, and this whole time, I've been wanting to say that I haven't seen anything take the Bible this out of context since Pulp Fiction, but this episode just made the joke for me.
Bibleman says he's doing this for one kid and others just like him. Shouldn't he be trying to defend everybody? Really, shouldn't he be trying to defend something a little larger than one hallway of a middle school?
And here I thought Sprocket Man was the world's most incompetent superhero.
El Furioso whacks Bibleman with his oversized glow stick. But the big old BM had his force field up. The blast is deflected, and El Furioso turns into a huge pile of snot. Then Bibleman turns and winces at the camera and says, "Jinkies! What is this, Scooby-Doo?"
This brings us to our big wrap-up. It turns out this stuff is pure rage in a bag. Bibleman was susceptible because he has unresolved anger issues. Not a great weakness if you're a superhero. Does the name Bruce Banner ring any bells?
Like when you hit me 10 minutes ago?
I don't remember that.
Anyway, Jordan is doing much better now.
If you count repressing his feelings and identity to conform to the whims of a religious cult as better, but that sounds more like inflicting religious trauma syndrome to me.
He's seemingly doing better, but really needs to seek professional therapy given what he's just been through.
Finding an evangelical who was getting real mental health treatment is about as common as, let me think, a vegan at an Outback Steakhouse. Bibleman says he has more good news.
Did he finally get a Super Nintendo?
I think he got a letter from his cousin Ned in Springfield.
No. Cypher just gets to be his partner instead of a sidekick.
Ah, so he doesn't have to go solo and change his name to Nightwing.
But wait, there's more.
Really?
Yep, it's an evangelical Christian version of one of those scenes where He-Man tells you not to snort paint.
Okay then, that's it. That's the episode.
Aren't you going to do a rant rap?
Nah, I got up off my soapbox enough this week. Thank you very much. But I'll give it a verdict. No!
Okay, fine, I'll do it. I'm a Christian, and I'll give this thing credit for one thing, that it gets the Bible quotes in it mostly right. Way out of context, but right. But even so, who is this even for? The kids watching it would hate it. This show is simultaneously trying to be Power Rangers or the 1966 Batman and be Christian. Only it doesn't seem to understand what people like about Power Rangers, Batman, or Christianity. If you want your kids watching Christian content, fine, but don't let it be Bibleman. Put on something like VeggieTales, at least when Phil Fisher was still involved. Or better yet, put on some Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Heck, you could even put on some normal kids shows. Chances are, they have better content than this pile of shit.
No!
Well, good news, Jess. You've done it. Batman the Animated Series, Stamp Day for Superman, and Bibleman. You get to do a reckoning.
Bibleman is even more propagandish than that Saving Bond video. And propagandish is a real word. The only thing is the products it's selling are God and Jesus.
Damn. I really thought that would cheer him up.
Don't worry, he can get one next time.
Why? What are we doing?
McKids Adventures, get up and go with Ronald.
Is this an ad for McDonald's or diarrhea?
Why not both?
Why not? Because they haven't served the McLean Deluxe since 1996.
If you liked this video, please hit like and subscribe. To see this channel grow and get your name on the credits, visit patreon.com/PerryHorrorFilms and become a patron today.
What did he just do?
Feed me some pedigree and call me Fido. Because we're so bone.
Maybe. Shmi. You are a genius. Review part 1.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe we were wrong about this one. It's got a real let's shoot at a laser tag arena vibe going for it. Reminds me of Benji, Zax, and the Alien Prince.
Because just himself may have provided us with the key to his destruction.
I have a bigger question. If Lucy's AI programming makes her some sort of superior being, why is she hanging out with Lenny and Carl? I have a bigger question. If Lucy's AI programming is supposed to make her some sort of superior being, why is she hanging out with Launchpad and Darkwing Duck?